Okay guys, I am here from the lovely Clock Tower Inn in Berne, Indiana, and I am thirsty, so drink. My daughter's supposed to be bringing me the room key and my tripod. I wish I could show you my setup. I have a box and another box on top of that box. I'm not going to put another one in it and smash it with a hammer. Name that movie. But then I have my over-the-head headphones, and I have my phone sitting in that to hold it in place. It's actually working rather well. I'm kind of impressed. But anyway, so I have a mini haul-ish. Quite a few books, but yeah. So I went into what you will know as Burned Books in Clock Tower Bound. And it's a thrift store. It's a Mennonite thrift store. And I bought a few books. So I was like, I have to share, right? So anyway, I bought a few books, and so I'm going to share them, because why not? And I have to go over to the house here in a minute. I'm checking out of the room, and so I figure I'll do this before I go. So the first one I bought was a Jen Karen, it's the Mitford Snowman. It's a Christmas story. It's so cute. I don't even know if this book has ever been opened, because it is so tight. I mean, I need to oh my goodness. There's the card in it from when it was given to someone. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. So, Merry Christmas to them. I'm going to throw this away just because it's personal. But they donated stuff to the Mennonite Missionary Fund in their name for Christmas, and then put it inside this little book. But yeah, so I don't know what it's about. I didn't really care. It was Mitford, and it's pretty, and it's Christmas. That's all I need. When a swirling snowfall brings them to Main Street for a snowman building contest, the spirit of competition comes alive. Will Father Tim and Uncle Billy's creation win the prize in Mitford's first annual Snowman Jubilee? Will Percy and JC steal the show? And what's that wondrous smell of chocolate in the air? Okay, snowman and chocolate? I can get behind this. But anyway, I had to get it because Burned Books. Okay, it's actually, I think it's X something. ECKES and then etc. something. Yeah. Which is kind of funny. And then I got, look at this one. It's a Cherry Ames. So, yeah, it's in beautiful, beautiful condition. It was given at Christmas also, 1949. But Cherry Ames was another like Nancy Drew kind of series, except she's a nurse. So there's that. And then I got this by David Paul Tripp, who I really like. I got Come Let Us Adore Him, Daily Advent Devotional. And it's funny, I was on Bigger Book House just last week, I think. Oh, someone has really read this. I love it. This makes me so happy. But I was looking for something. This thing is lined and starred almost all the way through. Oh, this is so cool. So it'll be fun to read someone else's stuff and get to see. But I was looking for a Christmas devotional because I didn't really want to do the same ones I did last year. And yet, me and my stickers, I just hate stickers. And yet, I did want to do something. So now we are prepared. I'm thinking about making December a biblical fiction month. I'm not sure, but I'm really thinking about it because I know I have a whole series of Magi books. And M.D. House is coming out, or has just come out with another in his Barabbas series. And I've been wanting to read those. I read some of the series, but not all of it. And so I was going to reread the whole thing now that Sophia is out. It's Barabbas' daughter. Yeah, that Barabbas. So I'm kind of excited about it. And so I might make it a biblical fiction month. Just try to read all the Christmas books in biblical fiction. Why not? Because you have to read Christmas books during December. You have to. But other than that. So anyway, these are the three I got from what I would be calling Burned Books. But it's like X, etc. or something like that. And then I went to the next page in Decatur where my daughter worked, and it will also be featured in the book. And Ashley was just there yesterday, and I was just down the road. I was in Decatur. I was like, I don't believe this. I'm so sad. But anyway, they had a few books that I had to get. Marjolaine Bastine, love her. Her artwork is stunning. And so I had to get it. $3. I mean, come on, hardbound, $3. Look at that artwork. It's just so beautiful. So anyway, Seasons of Friendship by Marjolaine Bastine. I don't really know anything more about it, but it's her, so it's all a matter. We have like all the Vera the Mouse books, which were our kids' favorites, but this is good. This is good. And then someone reminded me that Seek and Hide, or they said it sounded like, and they're right, they said it sounded a little bit like Randy Alcorn's Safely Home. And I don't have that book anymore. It's been a long time since I read it. And they had it there. So I snagged it. Because why not? So I will be rereading this one just to compare it, since one of you guys mentioned it. Stickers, because stickers. Ugh. Actually, I got this one also at Burned Books, etc., whatever, in. It's a Mennonite thrift store, etc., or something like that. But yeah, I got that one there too. So I liked. But then I saw Midsummer Night's Seam, and I was just going to go right on by it. It's another one of those Annie's books, which is published here in Berne. But then I saw it was Rachel Phillips, the one that I really liked. So I decided to go ahead and grab it and see what I think. Because for $1, why not? Okay, now I'm feeling really stupid because this was also, and let's just throw stuff around. This was also Burned Books X. So, and yeah. So, but come on, A Midsummer Night's Seam. If you so, you know. It's book 3 in a series, but I grabbed it anyway because why not? Oh, how funny. This gal's name is Kelly Grace. That's cool. And then there's 2 things I have to show you. Well, okay, technically 4, but I have to show you these, and then I have to show you this, and this is amazing. But so Phyllis Whitney, they had several, and my mom's been rereading them. She's bought a few, and so I grabbed these since they had them. They were only $4 a piece, and they're hardback and they're beautiful. So the Ebony Swan, I don't remember this one. I thought I did, and then I was looking at it, and I'm like, I don't remember this one, but I do remember Dream of Orchids, and Mom may have this one. I feel like I've seen this in her room, but I decided to get it because A, I wanted to support the bookstore, B, doesn't hurt to have it if she doesn't, and I can always donate, so why not? And I find it interesting that the endorsements on these are all from Mary Higgins Clark. But anyway, Dream of Orchids, and then Starflight, and I know I have not read this one, and I would put money on the fact that this is not one of the ones that Mom has. So I'm kind of excited because why not? Yeah, she just gave me one. Can't remember what it was, but it was one of the historical suspense. I do remember that. So she just gave me one to share, and but so I got those, and then guys, I'll show you this, and then I'm going to flip that camera around because, yes. So we are in Limberlost country. It's either 6 or 11 miles, I don't remember which, from the Limberlost. You know, The Girl of the Limberlost, Freckles, The Harvester. You know, some of my all-time favorite books, right? And one of the books that she's written that is so funny, it's such a good book, but it's really funny, is Laddie. And Laddie's the book where there's the kid who, there's this brother and sister, and they're like the youngest of the family, and the sister's even way younger than the one brother, and they decide they want to know what it's like to die. So they figure out that because he's stronger, he will help rig her up, he will hang her, and just before she would die, he will pull her down, and then she can tell him what it's like. except that he can't get her down. And he has to run get the brother, and the whole family's upset. And, you know, it was like this agreement. What is the problem? She's fine. She lived. Everything's good. But then he gets really ticked off at her because she's so traumatized. She can't tell him what it was like to be dying. And it shouldn't be funny, but the way it's written, it's hilarious. It's so good. So that's Laddie. Okay, guys, I have to show you up closer. But this book, this is floppy leather, really floppy leather. It's from 1913. It might have been a first edition. We don't know, because what I do know is that based on how this book is bound, it has been rebound. And based on how this is exactly what the artwork looked like, because I have one at home, based on that, I am fairly confident that this book was originally, this leather was originally covering board covers, and they cut it off, and it must have like broken the spine or something from the, you know, the end pages. And so I think they rebound it, taking that leather off the other, because it was in good condition. This is in beautiful condition. And then because they glued the leather to the spine, and you don't do that. I don't think they knew how to like recover the boards with new end papers, because this here is the copyright page, because this is the table of contents. So the end paper that they have here is the copyright page, but they did it to salvage the book. And when I saw that, I had to have it. It's so floppy and beautiful and wonderful. But now I'm going to turn that camera around and show you just how cool it is, because yeah. Okay, here's the book. I'm going to see if I can do this where I don't get a lot of shadow. So here's the book, and I mean, look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? And this was a beautiful edition before it was kind of technically ruined, and yet it's not. They saved it at the same time. But isn't it beautiful? Look at that. I can't stand it. And then there's like no foxing. Very little staining. I think we have back here, you can see where a bookworm tried to have dinner. Let me see if I can find it again. Where'd it go? Come on. Look at that. Yeah. But it's stunning. It's so beautiful. So I had to get it. I just had to get it. But it was a bit pricey, but it was worth every penny. I'm going to turn this back around and chat for a second. Anyway, so today, number 7 daughter and her friends and number 1 granddaughter take off for California. They're going to drive back because she's moving home. And then next weekend, number 4 daughter and I will hit the road. Meanwhile, I have books to write. I have to finish Clock Tower. I have to finish my Christmas Lights book. But I'm going to be doing a lot more. Done a lot of video already, but I think I'm going to actually, one of the things that I did is I changed the house that I want Anne. She says on, but her mom calls her Cezanne, and so she wants to be Anne, right? But, and the house she lived in, I had it chosen as a house over on Compromise, but when we were coming down Sprunger after Compromise, you know, we turned onto Sprunger, I was like, no, I want that one. So I changed her house. I have to go change the manuscript now. But I'm going to take you down the street and over to the filling station, and then where she wants to go and can't go. And then I'm going to take you, I'll show you guys everything. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But I've done a little bit of the videoing, but I need to do a lot more. So right now, this is what I've got. I need to get out of here, I think. Oh, I've got a little bit of time. I can talk. No, just kidding. But I need to go over and see the family before they take off, and I need to go buy clothes. So what happened was we were supposed to fly out at basically midnight, Wednesday night, Thursday morning. And I got up at my normal 2 o'clock. slightly before actually. And my mom's laptop had one of those, they take control and say you need to call things, and I got rid of it for her, but that took a little bit of time. And then I went to check my email so that I could check in for my flight, and I got a notice that it was canceled. And they were flying us out on Friday. The party was Saturday. They were flying us out on Friday. That means that my daughter's friend who was flying with me wouldn't get to see anything of Berne. And that was not a good idea. So I called them and I said, what can you do? You've got to get me there, And the problem was that no flights were going from Dallas to Fort Wayne, which is where we wanted to fly into. So instead, how did that go? She kept trying to route me through Dallas until she figured out that Dallas was the problem. And so finally I was like, can you get me into Indianapolis? We can get there from Indianapolis. And so she went through it again and she's like, can you leave now? Because I had already told her we lived 2.5 hours away from the airport on a good day. And she's like, if you can leave now, there's one going out at 7:10. You need to be there by 5. And at this point, it's, 2:30-ish. And I'm like, sure we can. So I managed to rent a car while we were on the phone and she was working on her end. And the girl came into town, drove me over. We got the car, dropped off our car, loaded up, and got on the road. The 15, there was no traffic on the 15. If that's not God, I don't know what it is. It's really kind of weird. I even turned the wrong way. I don't know. I think I was so focused on the fact that we could be late that I saw the 10 and I got off. And just as I got to where I can't get back over, I realized I got off on the 10 East. I need to go on the 10 West, right? So I did a U-turn, but I swear, I think doing that U-turn actually, I don't understand it, but I feel like we got there faster because usually you get off the 15 and it's at several minutes before you get off the freeway again. I'm not kidding you. The second we turned around, it was like the next exit that we had to get off. And so I don't know, but I'm going to play with it when I go home because it might be faster to take the wrong route and get back on than it is to go the right way. And I'm like, what? No way. So I'm going to check that out. But so we got there and we spent, we got on the plane pretty quickly, got to Sky Harbor in Phoenix. And at like 9 o'clock at night, and we didn't fly out till 9 the next morning. So I wrote all night, kind of snoozed, but didn't really sleep. And then I really didn't sleep on the plane, which is unusual for me. I usually conk right out. I just didn't sleep well. And so when I got here, I was really, really tired. And yes, I had to come over and just crash. And then yesterday after my granddaughter's birthday party, I had to crash. I was just dead. I was so dead. And I was starting to get the itchy throat, scratchy throat. I was starting to feel really awful. This morning, it's a little rough. I can tell it's a little rough. I'm sure it probably shows up, but it's not like it was. So I'm pretty much over it. It's what happens to me. I've been that way since I was a little kid. If I don't get enough sleep, I get a cold. Someone told me it's probably actually allergies. My body can fight them unless I'm worn down, and then I don't know if that's true or not. Ooh, I don't know. But yeah, so now, so I came to a hotel for those first 3 nights, but now that number 7 daughter and her friend and my granddaughter are leaving, I'll go stay with number 4 daughter. But we only have so many air mattresses. There's no furniture in my daughter's house. So I was like, need a place to sleep and be comfortable. Now that they're gone, there's an extra air mattress, so I'm good. But then I wasn't so sure. So yeah, we're going to go do that. I'm going to go say goodbye. I have to go to Walmart because all of that story to tell you, I threw clothes into a suitcase because I had planned to get up, have my shake, and then go pack nice and leisurely. Just take the morning and enjoy it. Don't really stress. Take the dog for a walk, stuff like that. Yeah. I literally threw everything into the suitcase. I threw all the stuff that I knew, hair stuff, teeth stuff, the books that I had planned to give to the bookstore and stuff like that. I threw all that in. And then I got socks and underwear because those are like essentials, right? And then I was plowing through my fall clothes and threw those in, I threw a shirt in and I was like, no, I'll wear that. I put it on. It had a stain. It's like some sort of oil stain or something on the shirt. So I had to throw my shirt away. And so I got here and I was noticing today, yeah, I don't have clothes because I didn't grab enough, because I didn't actually plan, okay, I need these pieces for this day, need these for this day, these for this day. Okay, I got everything I need. Oh no, I need another shirt. You know, I can rewear jeans a couple days in rows, but I'm not rewearing shirts, you know, and so there was all that nonsense. But so I have to go to Walmart and just find something that I can, you know, wear around the house. Probably end up being sleep clothes at some point, but at least for now they'll be clean and they'll be decent, and that's kind of important. But because Walmart's pretty much what we have, the choice we have. There's that. There's a really nice store in town, Nora Gray. I bought my granddaughter an outfit, and I bought my daughter a sweater. But is it Nora Gray? Isn't this the cutest thing? I mean, come on, so cute. But let's see, Nora Gray. So it's so cute. But I am not folding it well, and I don't care. But so I could go over there because they actually do have nicer things, and I may have to, but they're not open today. And at this point, I already have to do laundry, but I don't even have enough to get me home once we leave here. So I'm gonna, even if I wash everything, I'm gonna need, that doesn't go in there. I'm gonna need something else. So Walmart it is. It'll just have to be a t-shirt and, you know, leggings or something, but at least it'll get me there. So that's what I've got for you, and stay tuned because the cooler vloggy thing is coming. It's in the works, but it'll take a little time. And yeah, what are you reading? I finished Fairest of Heart by Kate Wittenmeyer. Remember I said that the audio was really good? The sample is, and that whenever she's reading that character, really great. All the rest of the time, I really did not like her voice. It drove me crazy. So I'm really happy to be done with that. I've read the first book in the Smitten series. You know, it's a 4-book series in one book for my Chantal Reads All Day. I've read the first one. It was pretty good, but I was really kind of annoyed with the character. It's the one by Colleen Coble. And I was really kind of annoyed by the character because I understand that her personal fears are playing into it. And I'm glad that there's a learning curve for her, but I really wanted to smack her. And so, but the story itself was pretty sweet. And I like what they're doing with this town, and I like how they're playing this. And I discovered there's another volume that are Christmas. So I'm hoping I'm going to like the rest of these as well. Just started Billerbeck's, and I think I like it so far. Kristen Billerbeck is the book 2. I think I like it so far. We shall see. Meanwhile, yeah, I got to get out of here. They kicked me out in 15 minutes, so I got to repack because I pulled my books out. I will see you on Thursday, hopefully with that vlog. We shall see. We shall see.